That was an odd sound going there. I don't know what that was, but I know the sound of winning money. Terry had a pretty good day yesterday organizing his picks into a nice pick four, his pick of the day. So, let's see if perhaps we can do that again today. Interesting day yesterday in a couple ways. I felt like, the track must have been really heavy because you had a horse that ran an opening quarter and over 50 seconds, couldn't hold on. I had my 8-horse, one of my picks of the day, came out of the lead, pulled away from the 7, and then he starts looking around for other horses. You just know that your horse is done when they do that.
Yeah.
Put some blinkers on that horse, trainer. Anyway, hopefully we have some blinkers and on our picks today. I know we have some free picks. There's always blinkers on over at Guaranteed Tip Sheet. Today's free track of the day is Louisiana Downs. There's a link in the description below. You can get that anywhere you follow us. You see here, just go here, hit that tip sheet button on Guaranteed Tip Sheets, and down here you will see free track, Louisiana Downs. So go ahead and take advantage of that. Of course, when the show is over on horseracingtoday.net, right in the middle, you'll see a recap of today's show. Click on that link, and there'll be a replay of the video along with all of our comments and thoughts for this day, Terry, which is what we're going to do right now, is Thursday, hump day with Hollywood Hay at Gulfstream Park. The hell is the Gulfstream Park stuff? Here it is. All right. Race 1. Tell us all about it.
Okay, so it's going to be at 1 mile and 1/16th. And let's see here. I got to get to the right sheet. It's 1 mile 16th, all weather, maiden claiming 12,500. It's a purse of 25,000 for maidens, fillies, and mares, 4-year-olds and upward.
Almost all of the races today are all weather because the turf has been moved to all weather. So at $1.16 on the Tapeta, what you're typically looking for is stalkers. It's still almost a quarter go wire to wire. There's a little bit of a rail bonus. 2 through 7 have played under par so far. 8 and out get the biggest discount. If we're looking for some early speed in race number 1, 1,000 simulations to tell us who's got the best shot to get the lead. And then based upon our projected paces, which horses have the best chance to get a race today that looks a lot like their best performances. Terry, take it away.
Okay, number 4 has the most speed. Should get to that quarter pole first, although they all have some kind of speed. The 4 has an overlay from 6 to 5 to, 6 to 5 to 7 to 2, and the 6 has an overlay from 5 to 2 to 5 to 1. All but the 7 and 8 show par plus numbers, especially the 4 and 6. And all of them show C-zone numbers. Look at the 3 and the 4, how high they are.
So C-zone, again, pretty high there. In case you're wondering, what are they talking about, par plus? In our 1,000 simulations, well, the folks at Brisnet have an average speed figure of 72. So when we do our simulations, we keep track of how many times it produced a speed figure of 72 or higher. And you'll see in 560 times, Dream Diamond made that hurdle. We also do what we call pace handicapping or trip handicapping over here. 4 horse wants to lead, 1, 2, 6 want to follow along. The 8 wants to close. So far, the 3 and 7, not within 5 lengths of the leader at the finish line. The 4, along with the 3, they look like your most likely pace setters. We saw that in our simulations. At the end of the race, the 1 horse, the pressure type, Ragtag Girl, a little bit more late speed than a few others in here, the 4 and 6. Top total pace horses, the top 4 usually produces the winner about 70% of the time. Here you see a 10-point gap roughly between the 6 and the 2. Every 5 points, 1 length. So the 4, 1, and 6, they look like they have at least a 2-length advantage over the rest. Terry, you like any of those?
I like the 4, Dream Diamond. She ran second versus Similar in her last race. Her best all-weather speed is fastest among today's starters, and she switches to high percentage winning jockey. And then I like the 2 as my second choice, has a high percentage winning jockey, and she can handle the distance. The 6 is my third choice. She drops in class today, and she has a high percentage winning trainer and wins 18% of the races when taking a horse from a maiden to a maiden claiming race. Ragtap Girl, the 1 is my long shot. She has a high percentage winning trainer who wins 30% of the starts in the second start with this trainer. No additional bets for me here.
The track actually looks pretty sloppy down there. Well, Dream Diamond, last time out, ran the top last race speed figure, is 4 points better than everybody else. Means everybody else has to come up, but that one has to come down. Ran the top total pace, 7 points better, so more than a length. I've seen a lot of those dual top total pace, top speed figure hurdle clears win. Carnine, the 6-horse, that is your only maiden special weight dropper in the field. Second start after layoff and taking more than a 2-length drop today. Ragtap Girl, third start after a layoff for the first time in its career. And last time the horse ran longer and still ran faster fractions. And then finally, the Mathurine, the 2-horse, that one just needs to improve a little bit in the second start after a layoff. We have a $100 budget for what I call Benny and the Bets. I'm going to take part of that, $12, and put it towards a trifecta, 4-6 with the 1-4-6 with the 2-1-2-4-6 and 8. They make their way on to the Tapeta course, Terry. Tomorrow, I'm going to do Randwick with our good friend Tom for Foreign Fridays, where we always find some long shots. Next Monday and Tuesday, we'll do Parks. Next Wednesday and Thursday, we'll do Gulfstream. You're not going to want to miss any of those, because if you're not watching, you sure as hell ain't winning. Terry, how can they win?
Well, they can subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that little bell so they get notified about all the different programs we have coming up. Go ahead and copy that link down at the bottom and share it with everybody you know so they can come and check us out. Go to our social sites such as Instagram, Blue Sky, Facebook, X, Threads, and I said Instagram. Oh, well, at Horse Race, the number 2 day, gives us a thumbs up and a like. That really helps us out a lot. And also keep the comments coming during the shows. We love to see them. Your picks, we love to see those too. And it helps us out with our algorithms.
Yeah, if you have any questions, you have any concerns, you have any suggestions, most importantly, if you have any way you can make money, if you got a stock that you like, a cryptocurrency that you like, you have a soccer player, a football player, a basketball player, a hockey player, anything that you feel like it's a winning bet, let us know in the comments section, man. We're here as a community to help one another make a few dollars. In Terry and I case, we're trying to help that in the form of horse racing. Well, the first race is about to get going. This maiden claiming 12,500 race, and they're off and running. And the 3-horse getting off to a pretty rugged start. The 4-horse, as projected, out on the lead. So maybe with the 3-horse being the other horse that was supposed to be out front there, maybe that 4-horse can find itself to run a little bit better fractions. Again, though, yesterday, Mystic Dan this weekend. I'm going to get to all of that. We're going to do the over at Guaranteed Tip Sheet, we will have a wagering guide set up, and we'll have all of those big races for the weekend on tap. Well, that 3-horse, after getting off to that rugged start, decided he wants to circle the field and get to the lead. So that's a pretty interesting racing tactic. Horse is running kind of wild, heads all over the place. The strides are kind of awkward. So that's be interesting to see if that horse can maintain its lead out there as they make their way down the backstretch for the first and only turn in this race today. Oh, no, they already made a turn. So the second turn. Kind of strange. He ran 46 and 9, but he ran much faster than that because he had to go from the back of the pack to the front of the pack. This 7-horse looks like it's going to be a little bit dangerous, Terry. It's
yeah, it does.
Yeah, it looks very dangerous. Oh, but the 3-horse just screwed up his race pretty good.
Oh, boy.
He's done now. Now it looks like it's going to be between the 6, the 2, and the 1-horse maybe. I think it looks like it's going to be, I don't know. It looks like it's going to go like 6 horses going to end up. I don't know. The 1-horse is going to run by them all at the end here. It's going to screw up my trifecta completely.
The 1 did.
Yep. It's going to go 1, and then it's going to be a battle between the 6 and the 2. It's going to go 1, then 6, then I should have just boxed them, right? Instead of getting crazy and trying to get a few extra bucks. I don't know what happened to the 4-horse. He just, it looks like a lot. Yeah, he's up the track too. So there you go. 1, 6, 2, and then 8. 1, 6, 2. I Love Ireland coming in 4.
Yeah, as my long shot. And your third choice. So
yeah, well, what you gonna do? Off to race number 2 we go. Can't put them all at the top of the ticket. Terry, this one again is a mile and a 16th, all weather. What's going on here?
Okay, it's a mile 16th, as you said. It's a claiming race, $12,500 claiming price, purse $26,000 for 4-year-olds and upwards, which have never won 3 races.
Yes, and again at a mile and a 16th. Well, as long as the horse doesn't take everybody up the track and off the race, just do some crazy stuff. Ordinarily, horses that are middle forward do pretty well, though I do have noticed a closing bias over the last couple of days, yesterday and today. Maybe because that track is heavy, who knows? But post position wise, usually the rail gets an edge. Haven't seen that playing out yet. 2 through 7, a little under par. 8 and out gets the biggest discount. Terry, once again, 1,000 simulations to get a sense of who has the best chance to get to the lead. And it looks like a couple of them will get that task today.
Yeah, the one in the 6 show the most speed, although, they all show some speed, but that one in 6 could go head to head to that quarter pole. The 1 has an overlay from 9 to 5 to 3 to 1. The 5 has an overlay from 7 to 2 to 4 to 1. And the 7 has an overlay from 5 to 1 to 6 to 1. All of them show par plus numbers, and all show, all but 2 and 7 show C zone numbers. And the 1 has a 32% Q30.
So on the Q30s, according to James Quinn in his book, The Complete Handicapper, he did the research, says anyone that has 30% of the queer in points for the race, you can bet those horses blindly, as he put it in quotes, he says they turn a positive ROI. Our race trip handicapping, again, 5 wants to be on the lead. Loney, those horses can be exceptionally dangerous. Everybody else, middle back, it should favor horses that get towards the front. The 1 horse, Okani Life, about 3/4 of a length quicker than everybody else on the rail, should have no problem getting forward. The end of the race, it looks like Internal Capital with that 10-point or 11-point total pace advantage should have no problem running hard at the end, which seems like it's been the winning way. 4 horse also your top total pace horse, but if you look in here after the 4 horse, a whole lot of horses within just a few points. So maybe it's the 4, and then pick which way you want to go, Terry.
All right. Well, I like in this race the number 1, Life, Okani Life. He won his last race at Gulfstream Park, and he has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Internal Capital, the 4 is my second choice. He ran 3rd versus Tougher in his last race, drops a class today, has a high percentage winning trainer who wins 24% of the starts in the second start with this trainer. Then the 5, Manhattan Boy, ran 2nd versus Similar in his last race. His best all-weather speed is fast among today's starters, and he has a high percentage winning trainer. The 7, One Bite, won his last race at Laurel Park, and he has a high percentage winning trainer, wins 60% of the starts when taking a horse down 2+ classes, and he has a high percentage winning jockey. I'm going to play the first Miami Vice Don Johnson pick 4. I'm going to use the 1, 4, 5, 7 with the 1, 4, 5, 6, 7 with the 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to finish up with the 3. It's a $50 ticket.
I like the 1 horse too. Okani Life. I'm sure we're mispronouncing that, but anyway. Last race, speed figure, 4 points better than everybody else. All of the race internals were better with faster fractions. Probably your pace setter. And, one of the things I pointed out, the 1 horse in the last race also proved to be effective following a race with faster fractions. Number 4, Internal Capital. That's going to be your closer with 3 consecutive speed figure increases. Maybe it does perform well on all weather, just doesn't win a lot. 4 times out, 1 win, 3/3. So I put it in second, the only place it hasn't finished. Number 3, Sunshine Frolic. It's the biggest class dropper by a little over the 5 horse in this race. Going to close. The 5 horse is the other bigger class dropper. Consistent performer. Last time ran at this level, just missed. I'm going to do a 50-cent pick 4. I'm going to go with the 1, 4, 1, 4, 5, 6, 3, 6, 8, and then 2, 3, 4, and 8. I'm also going to put 15 to win, 10 to place on that 1 horse, Okani Life. Let's see if it can live up to that as I continue to spread out my $100 Benny and the Bets. Race 3, Terry, is next on our docket. I think this one is filled with a lot of first-time starters. It is, so we'll just kind of go through the conditions and then make our picks.
All right. So it's 5.5 furlongs, all weather. Maiden claimings race, $25,000 claiming price, purse $30,500. It's for maidens 3-year-olds.
Yeah, so early speed is the way to win. The short sprint on the synthetic. Almost 4 out of 10 horses get to the lead, keep the lead, and then turn right into the winner's circle without ever being passed. There's a small rail bonus for Starship Elation. 2 and 3 get discount. 4 through 7 Same bonus as the rail. If there's a Buffalo Girl on the outside of 8 and out, that's the best place to be. In race number 3, Terry, you can see all of these horses in here with the red. Today is their debut, so we got 2 of them that have some experience, but let's go about making our picks.
All right, I like number 5, My Perfect Lady is my first choice. She's a first-time starter, has a high percentage winning trainer, wins 26% of the debut maiden starts. He has a horse running in, and she has a high percentage winning jockey. Number 6, Ruby River is another first-time starter. My second choice, Whose Dam, has 4 winners from 4 starters. Breeding suits today's sprint distance, and she has a high percentage winning jockey and trainer. And then number 4, Classy Chatterbox, my third choice, drops in class today, has a high percentage winning trainer, wins 36% of the starts on a horse's first time in a maiden claiming race, and they added Lasix today. And then the 7 is my long shot, drops in class today, and she has a high percentage winning trainer. No additional bets for me here.
I have none of the horses in this race. As I pull up in here in race number 3, eventually we'll get this stuff available to everybody else. Just still working on layout, which has been surprisingly challenging. But you can see none of the horses in the race that have some experience, the 4 or the 7, have hit par. Down here, where we check to see with normal second race improvement, can they get there? The answer is maybe not. Or probably not. That means you got to probably go with a first-time starter in here. I'm going to go with Ruby River on top as my first pick. It is the top-rated first-timer on my 3-point scale. Again, none of these other horses have hit par. The 4-horse Classy Chatterbox, of the 2 horses that have started in them, I'm going to put that one in there. It is a maiden special weight dropper. Both races, the horse was well bet. Both races, the horse has had some issues. Take out those issues today against softer company, and maybe the horse can be forward and go all the way around the track on the front. If not, 2 more first-time starters. Terry's first-time starter. My Perfect Lady was the second highest rated first-timer. Plenty of solid works getting prepped. Then I'm going to go with the Starship Elation, the 1 horse on the rail. A little bit of a bonus there. But what I like about it is the horse has had 3 consecutive 5-furlong workouts. So I don't think there's any question about this horse's fitness. And the old-timers used to insist that the last workout before the debut was a 5-furlong workout. So I'm going to live up to my age today and take an old-timer angle and the 5-furlong workouts for number 1, Starship Elation. Let's move off to race number 4. Let's see, Barry, how you doing? Good to see you again. Rich, can you tell you look at 3 races Charlie Appleby has horses in Saturday and see which one you think is the most likely to win? So on down at in Gulfstream, is that what you're talking about? We'll take a look at it. We'll have it tomorrow. I'll tell Tom to take a look at him for tomorrow on Foreign Friday.
Well, yeah, isn't that the Pegasus Cup?
Yeah, and we'll have all that stuff too. So
yeah, you're going to have a wagering guide, right?
Yes, I'm going to be working on that today, as a matter of fact. So you see here at Guaranteed Tip Sheet, where Louisiana Downs free picks, we will have the Pegasus wagering guide. I'll make a note for Tom and I to talk about the 3 Charles Appleby horses for the Pegasus. I'll send him a note now, and then we'll fill you in on that tomorrow, Barry, for the Foreign Friday show. Again, the picks will be for Randwick down in Australia. I actually met a guy from Australia yesterday. We're talking a little bit about the Melbourne Cup, because he was from Melbourne. It says it's a week long. The minimum number of people that show up to track, Terry, for an entire week, 75,000 people.
Yep.
Every single day. Have you ever been there?
I have. I was in Australia during the Melbourne Cup a few years ago.
For the all every day?
No, I just went one day.
He says the whole week, like every day gets 100,000 a day, except I think he said like the last day gets 75, but still.
Yeah, and I actually won the Melbourne Cup with my pick, so it was a good day.
It's always a good day when you win. Yeah. This one was supposed to be on the turf, Terry. It's not. Nothing else has changed. So what are the conditions?
It's on the Tapeta course, and it's still at 1 mile and 16th. It's a maiden claiming race, $35,000 claiming price. Purse $37,000. It's for maiden fillies, 3-year-olds.
So at 1 mile and 16th on the all-weather, I think the first 3 are going to, 3 of the first 4 are that. Stalkers usually do best. Still a good number of them. 1 out of 4 roughly goes wire to wire. A bit of a rail bonus for Hippie Shake. 2 through 7, a little under par. 8 and out gets the biggest discount. But again, with this wet course, I don't know that the track biases are holding, Terry. But if they do, well, this one looks like it's going to be very competitive at the start.
It is. If you can see there, they all have speed, and especially several of them are pretty close in speed. So I think it's anyone guess race. Number 1 has an overlay from 7-2 to 6-1, and the 3 has an overlay from 6-5 to a nice 8-1. All but the 2 and 5 have par plus numbers, and all but the 2 and 8 have C zones, and the 3 has a nice 35% Q30.
Yeah, almost a gringo horse in here for sure. But no C zone over 50. So this could be a very uncomfortable race for everybody. Maybe in the 3 horse. It's the only one that really wants to be forward. The 1 and the 6, they like to close. So far, the 2, 5, and 8 have struggled to be within shouting distance of the winner when it crosses the finish line. Patty's Gift is about a length faster than everybody else at the start, although the 1 to the inside could make it work a bit harder than it wants to. As they come home, Cam's Princess, a little bit quicker than Patty's Gift, and Hippie Hippie Shake. So we see those 2 names once again. I imagine they'll both score out well. Patty's Gift is your top total pace, a handful of points or 1 length better than everybody else. You got the top 3 right here, the 1, 3, and 6. Terry, any of those you think is going to finish in the winner's circle?
Yeah, I think they are. The 6 is going to be my top pick, Cam's Princess. She has a high percentage winning trainer who wins 27% of the races when bringing a beaten favorite back to a race again. Her best turf speed is fast among today's starters, and she has a high percentage winning jockey. Then I like the number 1, Hippie Hippie Shake. She drops in class today. She has a trainer who wins 23% of the starts in maiden claiming races, and he trains in. Anyway, number 3 is my third choice, Patty's Gift. She ran second on dirt in her last race, and she has a high percentage winning trainer. The 5 is my long shot, Beaches and Pearls. She drops in class today, has a dam who has a 1 winner from 2 starters. She has a high percentage winning trainer who wins 28% of the races when taking a horse from a maiden to a maiden claiming race, and Lasix is added. No additional bets for me here.
I'm going to start off with the 3 horse in here. It's my top choice, Patty's Gift. The biggest class dropper, dropping more than 2 lengths. It's going to make the 3rd start after a layoff. 6th, Cam's Princess, probably would have been my top choice on turf. This horse races, as we mentioned, moved off to the all-weather. And slight downgrade because the horse hasn't performed nearly as well on the Tapeta as it has on the turf. Awesome campaign, that 8 horse, getting the 3rd slot for me. 2nd race improvement. First time Lasix, decently bet in its debut. Look for a big bounce in round 2. And then Hippie Hippie Shake, that 1 horse on the rail, gets that bonus. Was a hard call for me over the 5, Beaches and Pearls. But the 5 needs to show a lot more than it did in its debut. This one closed last out, taking a small class drop. I'm going to do a $3 exact key box. 3 with the 1, 6, and 8 is my wager for race number 4. The middle race on the card today is the 5th one, as it leads us into the second half of a 9-race affair at Gulfstream Park today. Terry, what are they doing here?
It's 5.5 furlongs on the all-weather. It's a claiming race, $17,500 claiming price, purse $28,000 for fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and upward, which have never won 2 races.
So 5.5 furlongs we talked about does favor some speed horses. Get out of the gates early. You got a good chance to finish across the finish line in the number 1, take that gold medal. A bunch, about 40% win, gate to wire. A little bit of an extra boost for Bossy Diva on the rail. You got to work a little bit harder if you wear a 2 or a 3. 4 through 7, they get the same bonus as the rail horse. Again, 8 and out, that's the best place to be. In race number 5, Terry, we have enough horses to get out there. Any one of them out there quick?
Well, the 8 should get to that quarter pole first. As you can see, they all have some speed, but the 8 has a lot. The 4 has an overlay from 7-2 to 8-1, and the 8 has an overlay from 5-2 to 9-2. All show par plus and all show seed zones.
5.5 furlongs on that all-weather track. Let's see what kind of speed that we have here. We have a bunch of it. Look at that. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. They got to be careful not to burn one another out. The 2 and 8 should sit right behind that wall of speed. Look to use some legs to finish it out. And then that 7 is a lone closer. Anytime you have a lone anything, you got to pay special attention to those horses. So a lot of early speed in here, except for the 7. Really, any one of them can compete for the lead. Could make, especially since a lot of them want to be out there for a real fast pace. We haven't seen horses get out there and hang at the end. A lot of them have tired. Princess Mill Amo, that one is your top late speed horse. Princess Blakely of the ones that should be in the middle, right there as well. Some drop offs from the other speed in there. Top total pace, usually when this deep of a field, top 4 produces the winner 70% of the time. But look at all these horses within 6 points of each other. This race can go a lot of different ways. Terry, according to pace, which way do you think it's going to go?
Well, I like 3, Denver's Alley. She finished 6th in her last race, but she was had plenty of trouble at the start and during the race. Drops in class today. She has an early speed running style, which helps her chances. So the shorter distance will definitely be a plus. Her best all-weather speed is fast among today's starters, and she has a high percentage winning jockey. The 5 is my second choice, Princess Blakely. She ran second versus similar in her last start. She can handle the distance. The 2, Bam Bam, won her last race at Gulfstream Park. She has a high percentage winning trainer, and this trainer wins 21% of the claiming races he has a horse running in, and she has a high percentage winning jockey. My long shot is the 8, Super's Lucky Lady. She drops in class today, and she has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. No additional bets for me here.
The 4 horse tops my ticket, Sweet Mimi. It has been the best on the turf. This is the first time the horse is going to give it a crack on the all-weather. If she takes to the new surface, which, the track record on turf suggests she will, could hit and do so at a nice price. Number 3, Denver's Alley, the second choice for me. It's probably going to be your favorite in here. Its best races have been on the all-weather for sure. The only concern for me is the horse is making the second start after a layoff, and every time the horse, except for one, I think, 2 out of 3 times, the last 2 particularly, the horse is backed up pretty significantly in round 2 off the bench. So it's going to have to revert back to its second career race to show it can bounce in round 2. Number 8, Super Lucky Lady. That one, good chance to be on the lead. Going to drop in class as well. And then finally, Bam Bam. That's another one that's going to be forward here today. It's yet to hit par, but the best 2 races so far by far have been on all weather. So maybe can clear that hurdle today. No bets for me in what I think is an open affair. Let's move on to race number 6. Terry, people asking for your best bet. So we're going to get to it right here. But what are they going to race for to deserve that title?
All right, it's a 6-furlong race. It's an allowance race, $54,000 allowance purse, and it's for state-bred 3-year-olds which have never won a race other than a maiden claiming or starter, or which have never won 2 races.
Yes, to get that second win at 6 furlongs on the dirt, we're probably a little bit off track today. I imagine sloppy or muddy. 39% of the time, horses that get the lead at the first call also have the lead at the final call. Very strong inside to outside, so Joey Muscles might muscle its way around the track there, Terry. Speed should be the way, although it really hasn't been the way. But if it is the way today, who's got it all?
Well, this is a race that's got all kinds of speed in there. They all have some speed, but the 2 and 5 show the most speed. They could go head-to-head to the quarter bowl, but I really think it's going to be an anyone's guess race who gets there. And I don't see any really overlays here. All but the 5 has par plus numbers, and all of them have C-zones, and the 2 has a nice 32% Q30.
A whole lot going on. It says the 2 horse should be 1 to 4 odds. Those are pretty low odds. All right, in the 6th race, as we take a look at that one, we're in the 6th race right now. I forgot to do something, but that's all right. As we look at we're doing that now. Never mind. We look at this. The 2 and 6 want to be on the front. The 6 in the middle. 2 and 5 on the front. Excuse me. So we got a balanced effort here. At the start of the race, it does look like that 2 horse Neo Kios. That one's a little bit quicker than everybody else. Should get out of the gates pretty easily. It looks like. Just clear the 1 and then find its way around the track because it also has the most late speed in there. And then finally, your top total pace horse. The picture looks pretty clear. Neo Kios, that one is 9 points better than the 5 or the 6 there, Terry. Looks like this just races the 2 and everybody else. That looks probably why it made your top pick of the day.
It is, and it is my top pick of the day. I'm going for the 5th day in a row with my top pick to win. So I like the 2 Neo Kios. He ran second versus Tupper in his last race, drops in class today. His early running style helps chances. He'll prove at this shorter distance. His best start speed is fast among today's starters. He has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey, and Lasix is added. All in boxes marked off. And then I like the 5 Matty Goal. He won his last race at Gulfstream Park. He has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey, and Lasix is added. Candy Crumbs, the 3 is my third choice. Finished third versus Tupper in his last race at Tampa Bay. Drops in class today, and he has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Nothing subtle. The 4, he has finished in the money in 3 out of 5 starts at Gulfstream Park. He won one of those races, drops in class today. They added Lasix. I'm going to play the second and last pick 4. I'm going to use the 2 with the 3, 4, 8, 9 with the 1, 2, 3, 4. Finish up with a 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, $48 ticket. I'm going to bet 20 to win on the 2. A $5 exacta key box 2 with the 3, 4, 5. A $10 exacta 2 on top of the 3, 4, 5. $5 double the 2 on 2 in the first leg with the 3, 4, 8, 9. That's it.
2 horse should be the one that wins. It's your even money morning line favorite, deservingly so. It's got a lot of early speed relative to the rest. Super high chance to run par for this level. Top last race speed figure was 10 points clear of the next closest horse. Top total pace, 11 points clear of the next closest horse. I just hope it doesn't pull what Tom says, low odds second place, because, well, if it parks, I would be really worried about that. Not so much here at the Gulfstream Park. Latch the Hatch, the 6 horse is going to get the second call from me. This one's going to press forward. Really good workouts, getting ready. In fact, some of its best published stuff. The 5 horse, Madrigal, that one. Speed, first Lasix, usually a pretty good combination. And then finally the 1 horse, Joey Muscles. That one has the most upside. Best races of all these horses on the dirt, like today, after, for whatever reason, trying to go on turf a couple of times. My 50-cent pick 6, probably should put the denomination in there. That one is going to be the 2 horse with the 6 horse. And then I'm going to add the 3, 4, 8, 9, and 10. And then I'm going to add the 1, 4. And then I'm going to go 5, 6, 8, 9, and 11. That one is $50. How long do we have the race number 2 here at Gulfstream Park? So we can make our way real quick through race number 7. Okay. Let's talk about the 7th spot.
All right, here we go. And in the 7th race, we're going to go out to 1 mile and 16th, all weather, optional claiming race, $25,000 claiming price, purse $96,000, and it's for 4-year-olds and upward, which have never won $20,000 other than a maiden claiming starter or a restricted, or which have never won 2 races or a claiming price of $25,000.
Yeah, indeed. This will be the 4th time we get a $1.16 on the Tapeta. You should have a pretty good sense of what the track is going to do today at that distance and surface. Prior to today, its favorite stalkers, about 1 out of 4, managed to win on the lead. You do get a little bit of a rail bonus. 2 through 7 have been a little bit under par. 8 and out, biggest discount of all. So inside, showing to be a little bit better than outside, particularly if you have some tactical speed. Terry, it looks like one of them has the most speed in this spot.
Yeah, the 8 shows the most, but they all have some speed, especially 2 or 3 of them. And so it's anyone's guess again, I think. And the 4 has an overlay from 7 to 2, or from 3 to 1 to 7 to 2, and the 5 has an overlay from 7 to 2 to a whopping 30 to 1. All but the 1 show par plus numbers, and all of them show C-zones.
Yeah, pretty strong stuff here on the 9 horse. Pretty high C-zone score in there. Pretty high par plus score on there. Looks like even odds. Looks like about a good potential play there if the pace sets up. Well, most everybody wants to be middle back. Track hasn't really been favoring horses that go forward, but the shape should favor horses that are in the middle to the front of the track. That will be Adventurous Spirit, Rotterdam. Well, look at this, Terry. They're all within 7 points, so there's really no such thing as a breakaway horse in this group, and that's probably why you don't see anybody that's lead dependent. At the end, Philharmonic, that one will be coming the strongest, along with the 9 Street Earnings, Left Me Behind. Pretty similar late speed in here. Top total pace horses, again, pretty tight picture between this group right in here. So another race that can go a lot of different ways, maybe favoring this group of horses there. Terry, who's your favorite?
Okay, well, in this race here, I like Street Earnings, the 9. He has finished in the money in his last 6 races, won 2 of those starts, has a high percentage winning trainer, switches to high percentage winning jockey. Rotherham, the 4, is by second. He won his debut race at Gulfstream Park, and he has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Adventurous Spirit, the 3, is my third choice, has finished in the money in 5 out of 6 career starts, won 1 of those starts, and he has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. 8 is my long shot, Spy Hunter. He has finished in the money in 3 races out of 4 starts, and he won 1 of those starts at Gulfstream Park, and he has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. No additional bets for me here.
Rotterdam today will get the top of my tickets. This horse rarely makes 2 starts in a row. It is going to make that feat today. It's been 50-50, but the 50 that's been good has been really good. It looks like off that last race, should get a good effort today. Street Earnings is a nose away from being undefeated in its 2 starts on all weather. Spy Hunter, the 8 horse, solid first up record. The last workout that this horse had was the best published workout by far. 4 furlongs and 47 seconds. I hope they didn't leave all of the good stuff on the practice track. And then Lights of Broadway, the 10 horse, just missed at this level last out. This horse has run 13 times at this distance, finished on the board in 10 of them. So likes the surface, likes the distance. It just missed last out. Why not today? No additional bets for me either. Just a reminder, free picks today over at Guaranteed Tip Sheet. Also the Pegasus wagering guide coming up as we have 1 minute, maybe a little bit more, to race number 2 at Gulfstream Park. Please use the link wherever you're following us to head on over to Guaranteed Tip Sheet. Once the show is over, in just a few minutes, we will post on horseracingtoday.net all of our information. You'll see it right in the middle of the screen. Just click right here. It'll take you to our thoughts for the day, a replay of the show. And if you're watching on YouTube, you can head on over there. If you're not, afterwards, if you click on the description where it says more, we will timestamp every race so you can come back and watch and see why Terry prefers the 2 today as his best bet of the day. But you'll see a tile for every race, so you can come back and watch them at your convenience. And while you're on horseracingtoday.net, right there, hit that HRT gear button in the menu. It'll take you over to our shop. Get yourself a wonderful Horse Racing Today t-shirt. As cold as it is, you know the spring is coming. You can head on to the track with your Horse Racing Today #1 shirt, the one on the back. You can represent your favorite number. And right now you can do so for 15% less, as 15% off on everything. Please support the show by heading to the HRT Gear store. All right, Terry, tomorrow again, Randwick for Tom and I. We'll talk about those Charlie Appleby horses in the Pegasus as well, to make sure you don't miss any of that, or our upcoming picks as well. Best thing you can do, Terry, is to do what?
You need to subscribe to YouTube channel and give us hit the bell. Sorry about that. Hit the bell so that you have all the programs coming up sent to you and let you know when they're going to come up. Copy that link below and share it with your friends, neighbors, relatives, everybody you know, so they can come check this out. Go to our social sites such as X, Facebook,
TikTok, Instagram, Blue Sky,
Instagram, Threads, Blue Skies. There's so many of them I forget. Anyway, at Horse Race, the #2 day, give us thumbs up and likes there. It helps us out a lot. And keep these comments and picks coming, as we really enjoy to see them. They help us out too.
Yeah, if you're watching on Twitter right now, or X, whatever they call it, I still call it Twitter, please hit the retweet button. Follow us if you haven't. On YouTube and on X. Our goal is to get 10,000 subscribers on both by the end of 2025. I know it's a tall ask, but only 1 out of 10 people take that mouse and make that click. Don't be the 9 losers that don't make the click. Be a winner. Hit the like button. Follow us. Help us hit that 10,000, because both of them open up more tools. And I've talked to a lot of folks who are in that influencer, space, that have hundreds of thousands of followers, and they said basically once you cross the 10,000 threshold, your stuff is really promoted then on all of the social media sites, and you just take off from there. So very easy way to help the show. And I assure you that once money starts coming in, because Terry and I don't really make a dime off of this, we will put all that money back into more content for you, at least most of it. All right, race number 2 about ready to get started over at Gulfstream Park. Right now, it looks like there is, let me find the what I'm looking for here. The favorite is the 1 horse, Okanee Life. It's only a 9-5 favorite, so kind of lukewarm on that respect. Next up on the board is and we have it at 9-5, so just a little bit underpriced, so kind of fair. Looks like the 5 horse is the next selection, Manhattan Boy, at 2-1. The 4 horse looks like a 2 horse actually. No, the 4 horse is the third choice. So it looks like 1, 5, 4, and then the 3. All the others, well, the 7 horse in there too. All right. Doesn't matter what the odds are. It matters what happens. Right now, the 1 horse, as we projected, got to the lead. The 3 horse is moved into there. Sunshine Frolic. The 6 horse got a little bit of a tough break. That hope he doesn't follow the path of the 3 horse in the last outing. They went through the opening turn pretty easily. Doesn't look like really any of them are working very hard. The 1 still continues to have the lead. The 3 horse trotting along in second. The 4 horse to gray down on the rail there. And off to the outside of that is the 5 horse. Then the 7, a gap of about 1 length. A couple of horses there at the back of the pack being the 6 horse and the 2 horse. Comfortable opening quarter of 24.93 seconds. I have to say that yesterday, again, there's a horse that got out on the lead, did so in like over 25 seconds, ran the opening half and over 50 and still couldn't hold on. If you're back in the 1, I'm not so sure you want it to be on the lead as they turn to make their way home. The 1 horse continuing to set the tone. The 3 horse putting a little pressure on that one. Sunshine Frolic. The 5 horse making its way into the picture as well. The 4 horse just galloping along there in the comfortable rail position. Jockey's out on the 5 horse. The 1 horse, I don't know. It's gonna, I guess, just being on the front, no matter how slow the fractions are, just not holding up, Terry.
No,
5 horse making its way to the lead. The 4 horse is going to have to go wide. It looks like this 5 horse is just going to dart away from the pack here and take home the top prize. 2 horse going to make its way into second. Just being up front, it's not the place to be at Gulfstream right now. 5 horse is your winner. Terry's still alive in his pick 4. I am not. 5 horse was your second choice at 2-1. So speed just not holding up, folks. And I would just, I guess, stay away from speed horses. That's just not working.
They're not staying up there, are they?
No, even on easy fractions. I mean, on a normal day, you run 50, you're running away from the pack at the end. It's just, it must be really tiring up front for whatever reason. All right, 2 races to go for the late daily double. Terry, what do we got here?
Okay, so in this race here, we're going to go to 5 furlongs, really short race. Claiming race on the all-weather track of $35,000 claiming price per sport of $1,000 for 4-year-olds and upward, which have never won 3 races or which have not won a race since July 23rd, 2024.
So 5 furlongs on the all-weather, early speed. Yeah, we'll see about that. 40% wire to wire. Yeah, we'll see about that. Rail bonus. Yeah, we'll see about that too. 2, 3, a little bit of discount. 4 through 7, almost fair. 8 and out, the best place to be. So let's see who's going to get the lead so we can just toss that horse right out of the race, Terry.
Well, every one of them have speed except for that 2 horse. And a lot of them are very close to one another. I think it's a who knows race about just depends on who gets the best break and the best decision by the jockey. The 1 has the overlay from 3-1 to 4-1. The 4 has an overlay from 9-5 to 5-2. All but the 2 show par plus, and all of them show C zones.
Our race shape. Well, let's see who the closers are. Forget everybody else. The 2 and the 5. Maybe the 7 should be in good spot here. Everybody wants to kind of be middle forward, so it should maybe benefit horses that come off the pace. So expect the 1 to go wire to wire then. Last American Exit. Well, you got all these horses within 4 points. Pretty competitive start. Looks like Moon Landing is the only one that has the late closing desire. Bella Negra, that one will be coming pretty hard at the end. Wants to maybe be on the lead. The 1 horse right there. That 7 horse maybe tailing off a little bit. We don't really see the closer of the 5 there, although that one is a left arrow horse. Top total pace picture here. You have 3 of them, the 4, the 1, and the 3 that are a little bit better than the rest. They all show a little bit of closing ability, so maybe you find the winner there. Terry, what do you say?
Well, in this race here, I like the number 4, La Bella Negra. He finished third versus Tougher in his last race, drops in class today, has the highest last speed rating. He has a high percentage winning trainer and switches to high percentage winning jockey. The 3 Rolling On is my second choice, finishing the money in 7 races out of the last 10 starts, winning one of the starts, and he has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Number 1, 3-0 is my second or third choice. He ran second in his last race as a favorite, but has a high percentage winning trainer who wins 29% of the races when bringing a beaten favorite back to race again. And he has a high percentage winning jockey. Moon Landing is my long shot, the 2. Finished second in his last race at Woodbine, and he switches to a high percentage winning trainer, and he has a high percentage winning jockey. I'm out of money, so I can't make any additional bets.
La Belleza Negra. All right, well, that one's a top pick. We'll see if that means anything, but this one, when you look at La Belleza Negra, top last race speaker, 4 points better, dropping a full length in class. Been off since April, but the works say that should not be a problem. 3-0. Next up on my list for me, that one getting bumped from the rail, likes to hang light. Gulfstream Park, 7 times out, 1 win, 5 seconds. First up record's pretty solid. Should be on the lead. Rolling On, strong first up record, solid workouts too. And then finally the 5-horse, Last American Exit, maybe the most upside in the race. The all-weather record at Woodbine, pretty solid. But the first race on the Tapeta at Gulfstream, not so much. Maybe rebounds in that second effort. 15 to win, 10 to place on the 4 for me in race number 8, which brings us to the last race of this day, race number 9. Terry, what are the conditions for the finale today at Gulfstream Park?
Well, it's been taken off the turf, so it's on the Tapeta course. It's still at for 5 furlongs. Optional claiming race, $25,000 claiming price if you elect to put your horse to possibly be claimed there. It's a purse at $96,000. It's for fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and upward, which have never won $20,000 once other than a maiden claiming starter or restricted, or which have never won 2 races, or a claiming price of $25,000.
All right, so 5 furlongs on the grass to the all-weather means early speed. We'll see about that. 40%. We'll see about that. Wire to wire. A little bit of a rail bonus for Sugar Bee, but I don't know. The odds are going to merit that. 2 to 3 get a discount. 4 through 7 almost fair. 8 and out's the best place to be. Deep field speed hasn't proven to make a difference, but looks like one's faster than the rest.
Yeah, the 6 has the most speed in it there, even though all of them show some speed. I think the 6 should get out of there and get to that quarter pole first. And if the race changes on front runners today, it should go to the all the way. The 6 has an overlay from 3 to 1 to 12 to 1. 8 has an overlay from 3 to 1 to 9 to 2. The 11's overlay is 9 to 1 to 10 to 1. All but the 1 have a par plus number, and all of them have C zones.
All right, so taking a look at the race shape for this one, well, 2, 4, and 7 up front, 5 and 9 in the middle. You got a bunch of flexible horses with the PC rating with the 6, 8, and 11, 110 right there as your closers. Early speed belongs to the 6-horse, Vindictive Cha-Cha, but doesn't really need it. I would say you're going to get the 2 and 4 and 7 out there with the 6 being patient. You have the 5 and the 6 right behind that. At the end of the race, Creed's Gold will be, well, just look at these horses. They're the ones that'll be closing. 8, 9, 10, and 11. The 4 on the outside, and then the 1 on the inside. Top total pace, 8, 9, 6, and 10. There you go, Terry. Very competitive race here as well. Everybody within 10 points in this group. Only the 4, Beauty of the Nile, not in that grouping. So really get good position. You probably have a good chance to win, and we agree on the 4 horses that are probably going to be there.
Yeah, the 6 Vindicate Cha-Cha is my first choice. Finished in the money in 8 races out of the last 10 starts and won 4 of those. So very, very competitive horse. And she has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Creed's Gold, the 9, is my second choice. Finished third versus Tougher in her last race, drops in class today, has a high percentage winning trainer, and switches to high percentage winning jockey. The 5 Hot Cargo is my third choice. Finished in the money in 8 races out of the last 10 starts, winning 2 of the starts, and she switches to high percentage winning trainer and jockey. And then Wait Until Midnight Hour is my long shot, the 8. She has won 3 races out of her last 6 starts. She has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey, and she has a good workout on January 19th at 3 furlongs. No additional bets for me as I'm out of money.
All right. So finally, for me on that 6 horse at the top, well, I don't know, should be on the front. Didn't run the top last race. Speed figure doesn't need to be there. 3 points clear of everybody else. Should be forward. It's run on the all-weather 8 times, finished in the money, 7 of them. Creed's Gold looks like a class dropper. Yeah, maybe. 3 consecutive speed figure increases. Number 8, Wait Till the Midnight Hour, very consistent performer. That one, the only question for me there is the all-weather. And then finally, Hot Cargo was a tough call for me over the 11, but proper distance, 4 times out, 2 wins, 2 seconds. Also pretty solid on the all-weather. 8 to win on the 6, 50-cent trifecta box, 5, 6, 8, and 9 for me. Should have trifecta the box the first one as well. That wraps up all of our picks for today. Right now, looks like the winner in race number 1 was who won the first race, Terry? The 1 horse, right?
Yeah.
And then the 5 horse finished in the winner spot in race number 2. That's all of our picks for today. Again, tomorrow we'll do Randwick for Foreign Friday. Let's tune in for that. Terry's best bet is in race number 6. He's got the 2 horse.
That's right.
Yeah, that should be the best bet. Tomorrow, Randwick, we'll also discuss the Charles Appleby horses for the Pegasus. Also, the wagering guide will be available probably sometime tonight, first thing tomorrow, for the Pegasus Invitational over at Gulfstream Park. You can get that at Guaranteed Tip Sheet. You can also get today's free track of the day, Louisiana Downs. See how they handled all the snow over there. If you're watching, wherever you're watching, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Please share our content with your friends that like the horse racing. If you're not watching, they're not winning. Terry, any final thoughts for you today as we head out of here for the weekend? Or you do anyway?
Yeah. Just stay safe and give your loved ones a kiss and a hug. You never know what's going to happen from day to day, and have a great rest of the week.
Indeed. No matter what you're doing for the rest of this terrific Thursday, Trifecta Thursday at Gulfstream Park, no matter where it is, we hope you had God's grace, God's favor, and every single thing that you do today ends up in
the winner's circle.
Indeed. We'll see you tomorrow, and then Terry will be back on Monday. Till then, be blessed.